Okay, so let's try to go toward the travel version. So let's see. The last time we chatted, I don't know I was probably in California, and so I went up to Olympia because I was headed in this direction, and I stayed in Olympia for about a month and a half. And I normally I do this on a post. It just occurred to me. Well, anyway, so I was in Olympia and I was helping make some jewelry, which I really got into and started making my own jewelry. Etsy.com/shop/Renes Eclectic Shop. I'll put that in the box. So yeah, that's been kind of fun. And so I was there for about, seems like a month and a half, but I'm not really sure now. So after that, I came up here to Bellingham and I was going to stay at a community. And it didn't quite go as I planned. Very nice people. But I ended up hooking back up with some people that I already knew briefly. And so we were at a different community house for about a week. And it was as different as night and day as far as the, how do I say this nicely? As far as the way it was laid out, the way it was taken care of was a little better. But it's so interesting how different that it was, to be honest. So anyway, I started thinking at some point about my desire for community living. And so I guess that's kind of what I've been mulling over without really thinking about it. I had this idea that it would be really cool to be around a lot of people that had the same thoughts and ideas. And I guess in reality, when you're meeting up with people that have the same ideas, even if they're not living in the same house, it's kind of the same thing, right? So I guess I was kind of finding that, like at the second house, there weren't as many people also. There was only like one, two, three, four. There was only 5 of us when everyone was there. And so it was smaller, it was quieter. I think I really need quiet a lot. I'm finding that out. And so that was also another difference. They had hardwood floors, and you could walk on them. I know this is making it sound really bad. But things are what they are, right? So yeah, I started thinking maybe community wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. And so I won't go into a lot of detail about what happened next, but within like 3 weeks, I was back here in Bellingham and back at the same house where I started when I came to town. And again, there were more people. It wasn't as clean, but the people were just like so awesome and nice to me, and very courteous and kind and happy and excited. And again, I was finding that I enjoyed it on one level. But again, I'm realizing too many people for me in one space. In the end, I realized I was, how do you say, putting myself in a corner literally to have my own space. Like taking myself into a situation where I was just sitting on the computer again because that's where I feel more comfortable sometimes. Plus, I had so many things that I feel like I needed to do. I couldn't always sit around chatting. But of course, there was time for that. Anyway, I was just finding that community wasn't what I hoped it would be. I like having the meetups where I can go a couple times a week and meet up with people that, again, enjoy the same things. And I think that kind of community is really more of a more of what I'm looking for. So, saying all that to say that I'm not really sure where this is all headed. So right now I'm still in Bellingham again, but I'm at a different place where it's just me and someone at their house, and they're going to need a house sitter in a couple of weeks. And it may actually be interesting for me to see how it is to be totally alone for 2, 3 months on my own. And maybe they'll give me an idea of how that would be as I'm looking to get my own place. So maybe this is a chance for me to see that situation because I haven't done that in years. Many years. Okay, well, there was that month last year while I was house sitting. And that was a month, so we'll see how it is for a couple 2, 3 months. So yeah, so maybe this is really just an update of the way I'm thinking. Leave your comments, your thoughts on community, your thoughts about living alone, your thoughts about, this crazy way that I'm doing it. How I'm getting everything figured out by literally being out and away from my family. But I'm meeting lots of friends and lots of people, and everyone's been really nice. And all right, so thanks.